So, as a lot of you probably already know, Ripple did release an institutional DeFi roadmap at Apex 2024, and it looks something like this. Now, we are going to address this a little bit more in depth and talk about what's happening right now around the US market, around the market outside of the US, and why it does pertain to Ripple and even XRP. So with that being said, welcome to the channel, everyone. My name is Nick. For those that are new to the channel, hopefully by the end of this video, you do become a subscriber. If we take a quick look at this roadmap, there is 4 sections here on the top and 1 on the left. The left is DeFi primitives enabling financial use cases, and on the bottom, it's a key diagram on showing you what's in development and also what's on the roadmap. The top 4, we have tokens, financial protocols, compliance, and infrastructure. Under tokens, we have fungible, XRP, the IOU, non-fungible tokens, NFTs, and then also the multi-purpose tokens, MPTs. Now, that is a big focus of mine. We're going to be talking about why in this video. Outside of that, we have the financial protocols, which is the decentralized exchange with the AMM plus the CLOB. Then we also have the lending, which is credit origination, lending collateralized, and then also the permission domains on the bottom. We have compliance, token controls, trust lines, deposit authorization, issuer controls, freeze, clawback, authorized trust lines, and then also identity-based controls with the DID and also chain VCs. Then on the right side, under infrastructure, we have the bridges, XLS38, also Axeler, oracles, and then also sidechains. And this is the entire roadmap. This is what needs to be in place for institutional DeFi to actually become a reality. Now, all of these are in development for the most part. Like, for an example, MPTs are in development, lending is in development, identity-based controls with DID is in development, and then outside of that, on the roadmap is lending collateralized and also permissioned domains. Once these are in place, once they are officially live, it is game on. Institutional DeFi will become a reality on the XRP ledger, and I'm very, very excited about this because remember what institutions bring with them. Trillions of dollars and a ton of users as well. Outside of this, over here we have on September 2nd, the launch of the new token centered on the XRP ledger, aka those MPTs. And this is all to enhance the support for RWAs. And this is actually from Jasmine Cooper, the Ripple's head of DeFi product, recently discussed these advancements in a podcast, highlighting a new token type called multi-purpose tokens. She explained that MPTs are specifically designed for RWAs, enabling the storage of metadata directly with the asset. Now, I did play that clip in a video for all of you out there to actually kind of listen in on that. If you guys did miss that one, it's okay. I have that here. It's 34 seconds long. It's nothing too crazy. This got posted by Good Morning Crypto, and we have must watch Ripple launching multi-purpose tokens on the XRP ledger in Q3 of 2024. And yes, it is due very, very soon. The XRP ledger, or the XRP developer community, is introducing institutional grade real world asset tokenization. The multi-purpose token will introduce a new level of functionality for tokenized assets on the XRP ledger. Key capabilities of MPTs on the XRP ledger: access on-chain real-time data, flexibility to adapt as needed automatically, freezing, clawbacks, and non-transferable tokens. Key use cases coming to the XRP ledger: treasury bonds, airline credits, art and collectibles, university certificates as well. Are you bullish on tokenized assets coming to the XRP ledger? Now check this out.
Potential advancements in XRP ledger technology to better support real world assets. So one example is, a token type made specifically for RWA called multi-purpose tokens that allows for storage of metadata directly with the asset. There's a few other advantages in terms of scalability, flexibility as well, but we're really trying to increase the suitability for the XRP ledger for this use case, to really lower the barrier to entry for these institutions. Right.
And there you guys have it. These are lowering the barriers to entry for these institutions, especially even on the XRP ledger. This is very exciting, guys. Now, like I said previously, when it comes to, institutional DeFi, the number one thing that gets me excited about this is not just the value that they will bring, but also the users. Because all it really takes is just one major institution to launch a major product to their clients through an improved UI, leading into mass adoption. Now, building upon this, over here we have from vet_x0 that did push the announcement of MPTs. First code PR of multi-purpose token standard for the XRP ledger is out. MPTs share fungible and non-fungible token properties such as the ability to carry metadata, therefore making it ideal for RWA tokenization like T-bills, etc. They need an amendment. Now, this is from Vincent Van Code. This is a game changer. What's the impact on rippled storage requirements? Would it not be better to have hosts that link back to XRP Ledger that carry the metadata? These hosts could then be incentivized to store data on it. Hosts then can also have variant storage classes and fees like super fast to slow. Now here we have all metadata is storage burden on Rippled, but I think it's better than mass NFTs. It's a good mix in my opinion, but the data linked to probably contracts and other RWA descriptions like for T-bills. Now, this is very exciting because, yeah, I mean, this is going to support tokenization in general. And it's going to also lead to mass tokenization on the XRP Ledger, in my opinion, because the XRP Ledger is the first of its kind, in my opinion, that actually has this. We haven't really witnessed something like this on any other major ledger in the space. You can say, all right, well, Hedera does have, a few things around data when it comes to NFTs and stuff, but we're talking about something completely different here. This is a very big game changer, and I do believe that this is going to lead to mass tokenization on the XRP ledger. But this is also going to happen on almost all ledgers in the space. There's so much money out there to be tokenized. There's so much value out there to be tokenized. I'm very excited about this. Now, outside of this, over here we have Ripple and institutional and DeFi on the XRP ledger. David Schwartz highlights the new XRP ledger strategies at Consensus 2024, oracles, and multiple purpose tokens, MPTs. Oracles are a critical component of the DeFi ecosystem, enabling the integration of real-world data into the blockchain. The upcoming release of oracles on the XRP ledger will provide institutions with access to reliable and accurate data feeds, enhancing the functionality of smart contracts and DeFi applications. Oracles will enable a wide range of use cases from price feeds to event data, making them an essential tool for institutional DeFi. The multiple purpose token standard set to be released in Q3 will introduce a new level of flexibility and functionality to the XRP ledger. MPTs will allow for the creation of complex token structures that can represent a variety of assets and rights using metadata. This innovation will be particularly valuable for institutions looking to tokenize and manage diverse asset portfolios, ensuring efficient lifecycle management of digital assets. Check it out.
Any other new developments that you spoke about here at Consensus, or anything that we need to know about?
Well, we've announced a couple of other strategies for the XRP ledger. One of them is oracles, which are another example. Like the oracles themselves tend to be regulated institutions. Some of them are DeFi projects, but they enable DeFi applications that are sort of jurisdictionless, like collateralized lending. You can't do collateralized lending if you don't know the value of the collateral. We've also started to talk about a proposal for what we call multi-purpose tokens, which are, so the XRP ledger has fungible tokens that are great for things like stablecoins, and it has non-fungible tokens that are great for things like collectibles. But there's sort of like an in-between for things like carbon credits, where they're sort of fungible and like one carbon credit is a lot like another. So you probably don't want like NFTs for them, but they're not really fungible because they're issued like against different projects that may have different regimes, and so you have like lots and lots of assets. Concert tickets are another thing. They're sort of fungible, but they're sort of not because seats are different, and you don't want 0.997 of a concert ticket. Like, do we let you in, or what if we have 100 people that each have 99% of a concert ticket? Like, what do we do? And so these multi-purpose tokens can have regulatory compliance information attached to the token, but they can also have properties that are between non-fungible tokens and fungible tokens that allow you to address these other use cases without kind of bashing a square peg into a round hole.
Okay.
Now, building upon this, right? As we go over here to vet_x0, remember this goes back to roughly like the middle of July. Big picture for XRP Ledger Decentralized Finance, AMM, MPT, Oracle, Lending, DID, and also EVM sidechain. Check it.
I'm going to go into more detail on each of these, but I just want to give a broad description of them on one slide so that you can sort of get the vision for where we're going and where we are. So if you get too down in the weeds, you kind of lose the big picture. So big picture, we have the automated market maker. It launched in March of this year. There was a little bit of drama around the launch, as many of you know. I see some smiling faces. I'm glad we're past that, but it's working very nicely now. The lending protocol has been released. We'll talk about that in more detail, but that's another example of that sort of, that'll be very regulated lending. There'll be commercial real estate lending, but it will be tokenized on the back end, so it will enable a DeFi ecosystem. Decentralized identity, if every project has to launch its own identity infrastructure, it's just going to be terrible for everyone. Oracles are critical for things like over-collateralized stablecoins, tokenized collateral. You need to have pricing information. Multi-purpose tokens will be proposed in the third quarter. It'll fill a gap in the way assets are represented on the XRP ledger. I'll talk more about that. And the EVM sidechain. So I'm going to go into more detail of all of these, but I think this is a roadmap for institutional DeFi.
And there you have it, right? This is the outline of what's to come around institutional DeFi on the XRP ledger, because these are still, a lot of them are still in process, but they are crucial pieces for the institutionalization, technically, of the XRP ledger. And also over here, we have Ripple's roadmap for 2024. It breaks it fully down. Trillions of dollars are set to flow into the XRP ledger and could drive the XRP price.
Yeah, that's exactly right. The idea that institutions can build things that are very strictly, very tightly regulated, things like portfolios of traditional loans that are heavily regulated, but that can interoperate with DeFi systems. So, for example, you might have a regulated lender who issues very traditional real estate or commercial loans, and then you might have tokenization of that debt that then anyone can hold in a purely DeFi system. And I think if you look at the way systems grow, if you look at the way the internet grew, there was government and military adoption that enabled grassroots adoption, that built the system. That synergy is what really builds something that can be dominant, that can really grow. And I think we see that corner. We see the XRP ledger as being a blockchain where those kinds of use cases can really work.
And he does have a really good point here, right? Like, the initial view of the internet did not really pick up until we started to see the government picking it up, the military picking it up. Like, as we think about the XRP ledger, or even just the space in general, where the big money and all of the users will really come from is the enterprise grade sector and the institutionalization sector. Like, this is what's starting to happen right now in front of us. We're starting to see institutions having that welcome mat to, come over here and build with us or do this with us. And tokenization is a big thing. Like, tokenization has been the number one thing that these institutions have been focused on ever since BlackRock has started to really kind of push forward with tokenization. Almost every single other institution has now been following in their footsteps. And, one big player that has been tokenizing for a little bit of time and kind of messing around with it is the DTCC, settling $3 quadrillion worth of securities per year. And if we think about trillions of dollars coming onto the XRP ledger, right? Because it's not set to, this wording is a little bit crazy, but if we are starting to see this roadmap put out, and if we're starting to see the XRP ledger add almost everything that it needs to welcome an institutional DeFi, would it be crazy to see, trillions of dollars come to the XRP ledger? In my opinion, it wouldn't be that crazy. Archix's CEO already told us 30 to 50 trillion by the end of 2025. That's crazy. So even if it's just $1 trillion on the XRP ledger, that would be massive. And yes, there is a network effect to focus on in there that could lead to a much higher valuation on XRP because there is a network effect. But this is an institutionalization network effect. Think about how crazy that is. So that being said, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you guys did, definitely leave a like, subscribe to notifications on for some more free content. You guys are more than welcome to follow me on Twitter and join the free Discord down in the description below. And with that being said, guys, this has been Nick. Thanks for watching. Peace out.